Germany want to send Africans back to Africa. They don't want you anymore. I don't know why you want to force yourself. If people don't want you, you stay home. You go to your neighbor. I don't know, stay in Africa, for crying out loud. Now, 2 months only after the British government, the British New Labour government scrapped the plan to deport illegal migrants to Rwanda in Africa. You remember about the story. Germany has proposed adopting the scheme. Hey, nobody wants you. They don't want you. So Britain came up with a plan. For those of you who don't know.
If you come here illegally, if you're an illegal migrant here, then you will not be able to stay here. And in fact, we will be able to detain you. And then we will hear your claim in a matter of days or weeks, not months or years, and we will have the ability, in the vast majority of cases, to send you to an alternative safe country. Be that be where you've come from, if it's safe, like Albania, or indeed Rwanda.
The plan was for every migrant that was illegal coming into Great Britain, they will be deported straight to Rwanda. This is Rwanda. Small country in Central Africa, Central East Africa. But beautiful place, lovely people, nice hills, nice cows. They have lots of cows in Rwanda. In fact, in Rwanda, if you want to marry a woman, you must bring cows. They don't play with cows. Look, most Africans like and ask for cows when you come marry. But Rwandans don't play with cows. They have these special cows with corns or horns that are very special, very interesting. They are very beautiful women, extremely gorgeous. No doubt about it. I'm not playing, I'm serious. They're very beautiful and very good character. So if you want to go to Rwanda and you're going to drink a lot of milk, by the way, milk is part of the culture. You know, if you go see somebody that respects you, they're going to give you milk and they're not going to put sugar in it. Okay, it's just milk straight from the cow, maybe worked on a little bit, and it's pure, real milk. You got to drink the milk. Anyway, so Britain had a plan to take everybody that came illegally to Britain to be sent to Rwanda. So they proposed Rwanda a couple of $100 million for the scheme. And Rwanda was okay. So before they went to Rwanda, they went to Ghana saying, hey, Ghana, we have a plan for you. Okay, we got some money for you. Okay, for all these people that are coming from Africa, coming to the UK, how about you take them in Ghana? We're going to give you some money. Well, the Ghanaian president said, well, sir, this is not some of our plans. I don't think we're going to take this. They went straight to Kenya and said, hey, Kenyans, we got a plan for you. We got some money for you. Instead of taking money from tax and taxing pad and taxing cancer treatment and taxing young kid and taxing bread, how about you take a few $100 million and you can keep all these Africans and all these other East Asian people coming to Britain in Kenya. You can stay with them, build some houses and stuff. What do you think? Kenyans say, no, this is not part of our policy. We're not taking up the deal. So they went to Rwanda, say, hey, Rwanda, we got some money for you. How do you feel about this? Rwanda said, well, give us the money. About $150 million to start the scheme. And Rwanda started building apartments and rooms and spaces for all these migrants to come. Then there was a wrestle about that. You know, many migrants were very, very unhappy. Human rights organizations were very unhappy about that. They say Rwanda was not a reliable country in terms of security, so they will not allow people leaving their countries coming to the UK to be sent back to Rwanda.
So Rwanda is not safe, will not be safe in relation to any sort of deal, and it's just filibustering in relation to trying to get a political motive complete.
So the UK was really tired of Africans coming. You know, I'm just saying Africans, but there were Asians too.
We're spending as a country £6 million a day housing illegal asylum seekers in hotels. That can't be right. I've committed to reducing that number, moving asylum seekers out of hotels, and that means we need to find alternative sites.
But we know Africans love the UK. Africans will leave Africa, they will cross the Mediterranean Sea, they will go to France and wait to cross the English Channel. Just look at that. Mediterranean cross, you go all the way to France and you cross again to go to England. Because, why? Because they say, according to them, England is much better. Or Great Britain is much better than the rest of Europe.
Where are you from, guys? Sudan. From Sudan. Are you okay? Help will be coming soon. They will come and pick you up.
The economy is good. The social system is good. They get some money at the end of the month, if not the end of the week. They get an apartment for free or almost for free. They get inserted into the society. So it's basically like, okay, I'm just going to stay home and live off some other people's tax money.
Basically, I love the UK. I love staying in the UK and I enjoy the weather.
Yeah. When I compare with other countries, the UK is top. That's my conclusion.
Insane, right? If you heard somebody come to your country and say, well, I'm going to just sit here and your government's going to pay me money from your tax, how would you feel about that? That's exactly the point. Now, anyway, British people try to make this work. It didn't work. They're trying to discourage Africans. If you come here, we're sending you back to Africa. I mean, if you have money, you're coming from Senegal, you cross the Mediterranean River, you go all the way to France, you cross to Britain just to be sent to Rwanda, you're certainly not going to be happy. And that will certainly discourage most Senegalese or other people that know you from trying to do that. And Britain were trying to do that to discourage people from doing it. And unfortunately for them, the new government say, no, we're not uptaking this. We're not going to do this. It's against our values and stuff like that.
The Rwanda scheme was dead and buried before it started. It's never been a deterrent. Look at the numbers that have come over in the first 6 and a bit months of this year. They're record numbers. That is the problem that we are inheriting. It has never acted as a deterrent.
Now, Germany say we're not about that game, fella. If you come here, we're sending you to Rwanda. Okay, we are tired of immigrants. Don't come here. Germany has accepted millions of refugees in the past. There's about 1 million African refugees in Germany right now.
Welcome to Germany. Look at these smiles.
These were images we had never seen before.
Germany and Austria welcomed thousands of refugees and migrants with open arms.
Tens of thousands of refugees arriving in Germany by train as they were cheered on by crowds of volunteers.
And they say, following something that really happened in Germany recently, there was a deadly stabbing, somebody, unalive another person in a festival, and that triggered these far-right people. It's always something. Now they say, okay, guys, we don't want you here anymore. They say Rwanda can do this for them, and Rwanda say, okay, bring the money. Unlike the British plan, Germany's scheme will be supervised by the United Nations. So it's official. Don't try to go to Germany. I know a lot of people love Germany, especially Cameroonians and Ghanaians. Dude, people hate Africa. I don't know why people hate Africa. Africa is beautiful. It's big. People just want to go out there, run in trains and see the lights, then make mockery out of people that live in Africa. Back in time in the 1980s, yes, some people went to Europe, and for some reason, the money they made there was a lot of money in Africa. So they could come back to Africa and build a house for the parents, fix their own home, start a business. But that doesn't happen anymore because things have changed. The economy has shifted. You could go to Europe for many, many years and still be poor. Back in time, Africans did not have much, so somebody from Europe could send money to Africa and that would help. Yes, today it still helps, but it's not helping the way it used to help in the past. And because people went to all these countries in Europe and gave the impression that life was so great and things were amazing, everybody that remained in Africa felt like, at least most people felt like, okay, I also need to go there. Don't stop me from going there. It's insane. The money you spend trying to cross the Mediterranean River, cross Morocco, where they beat you up all the time, cross all these northern countries, Algeria, Tunisia, you know how they should have not given, they get really bad. You could use that money and start a small business in your hometown because a lot of you are just lazy and you just look for a better life. For you, a better life, I'm doing nothing, I'm living. That's what you call a better life. You don't want to work hard. You don't want to work hard. Even in some countries in Africa, when somebody come and work hard, they are perceived as thieves and crazy and whatever, illegals. Learn how to work hard for your life. You can do it in Africa. If in your country you can't do it because it's a shithole country, go to the next country. You're certainly going to find a country where things are stable. They don't want you. I don't know in what language you should express this to you. All you do, you go to other people's country, then you start claiming racism. Oh, they're mistreating me. They are racist. No, dude, they don't want you. If you go to your friend's house and they pull out food or pizza, they go to the kitchen while you're in the lounge, will you stay any longer? No, you won't, because you feel like you're not being included. They don't want you. You're not going to say, oh yeah, you're discriminating against me, blah, 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 blah. You won't do that. Have the same level of self-esteem. That's what I'm saying. Let me just give you context here, okay? Rwanda took the money from Great Britain, and at the end of the mandate of the previous government, after giving the money, Rwanda made it very clear, we are not paying the money back. We are sorry that the new government in Britain will not proceed with the contract we signed. That's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But hey, we did not sign up to returning the money to Britain.
Actually, it is the UK government that has terminated the treaty and not Rwanda. This was not a loan given to Rwanda. This was money sent to Rwanda to carry out specific actions. These actions have been carried out. There is no reason why these funds should be returned.
So it's a win-win to Rwanda. A lot of people criticize Rwanda, saying, why is Rwanda accepting this? You know, Ghana said no because of Pan-Africanism, the love of Africans. Kenyans say no, we can't hold Africans in our country because of Pan-Africanism. Why did Rwanda accept? Well, Rwanda were clever. Now they are a few $100 million rich and they did not uptake anybody. Look at that. That takes another level of thinking. They accept the contract. They knew this government will not get to its end by the time this thing will be scrapped up. It's okay, that's not none of our business. We wanted to have you. You've paid us the money up front. Well, we're going to keep the money and invest the money probably into some infrastructure, some agricultural program. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. God bless.